The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
If you're building or buying or selling a home, the Real Estate Crew's got news for you at the Real Estate House Party.
With attorney Rick Carter,
Real Estate House Party.
paralegal Kathy Holtshouser,
Real Estate House Party. Come in, have fun.
and comedian Tony V. Now, here's real estate attorney Rick Carter.
Welcome and thanks for joining us here on the Real Estate House Party. The crowd is going crazy there with our live audience today.
Live audience.
I know, it's crazy, except for Murphy. Murphy's still sitting down, and he's annoyed Kathy isn't in today, so he did not get up at all.
No.
You saw Murphy, right, Frank?
I did.
Frank Santarelli.
From HBO Sopranos.
Oh, is that where it was? I know I've recognized him somewhere.
Yep.
Did you ever get hit on The Sopranos?
I don't know what it was. As soon as they saw me,
I know. How did they
we're going to
broach
beat
that
the
with that?
shit out of you.
How did they broach that role for you? You say, we're just going to have some beat the crap out of you? For
I don't know what that was, but I remember once after I was on the show for a while, I remember going to a writer's meeting and I go,
do I do anything else?
Can I shoot someone? And they go, no. And David Chase goes like this. He looks at me and he goes, that's all he would do is laugh. He never spoke to me. He never spoke to me. He just laughed. He just looked at me and laughed.
They didn't take your creative input at all into the show?
Not at all.
Did you? I know. I swore I was not going to talk about
start
this.
with real estate.
I know. But did you all? Did the whole cast get together when you're reading? Is that how you guys do it?
Yeah, we do a reading.
Literally
do a reading and everyone gets together?
Yeah.
Literally like this.
Yeah.
Like this. Not kidding. 150, not 100, maybe 75, 80 seats around a big, huge room like this. And each person in order would say who they were. Would say who they were on this particular episode.
Okay.
So David Chase would go, I'm David Chase. I'm the executive producer of The Sopranos, and this show in no way depicts Italian Americans the way they truly are. And everyone would laugh. And then James Gandolfini would go, I'm Jim Gandolfini, I play Tony. Lorraine Bracco, all the
Why would everyone have to say their roles again?
It's just the way they did it. Every person would say who they were all the way around the room like that.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Really?
Every single person, whoever you were on the show.
Every sit down, did you have to do that, Joe?
We did, during Brotherhood, would have table reads, before you...
You read the script.
You read the script.
That makes sense, but keep reintroducing
we didn't have 75 people. We had, 12.
How many years were you on for that one?
3 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was 3 seasons in total? When you ended?
Actually, I got killed.
Right.
The end of I got strangled. The end of season 2.
You remember me calling you?
Flashback.
And I said, Tony, I just saw you in a commercial on Showtime where you're getting strangled.
Yeah.
And you go, really? And I go, yeah, it was you.
Yeah.
And you went and got money for that, right?
Yeah,
Did you get paid? They weren't going to pay you.
They weren't going to pay.
So did you know you were being axed from the show?
Yeah, if they like you.
Or is it like you're reading the script and say, uh-oh?
Well, 2 things. If they like you, they'll tell you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll let you know, and they came to me like 2 weeks before and they go, Tony, I didn't think I was going to make season 1, to tell you the truth. And at the wrap of season 1, the producer came up to me and said, you didn't think you were going to make this season, did you? I go, no. He goes, wait till season 2.
Oh, really?
And I go, okay, great. So I knew I had a job for season 2. And then in 2 weeks before I was going to get killed, they came and told me, and they go, it's time. The audience really likes you, and we got to kill somebody they like. And you actually, I don't know about anyone else, but I actually started begging for my TV life. I'm going, what about kill Chappie? kill the brother-in-law. He's no good. What are you going to kill me for? What about, but to that point, if you were a pain in the ass and they didn't like you, you'd find out at the table reading. You'd be reading the script, and you'd see people go, wait, I'm dead? That. Yeah. And they go, yep, your turn to go. And that was it.
There's some stories about, I know we were supposed to talk real estate. Yeah. We're going to get to it. But there's a few characters on Seinfeld that they didn't like.
Yeah.
And that's how they got rid of him.
Yeah.
The girl, what's his, Jason Alexander's wife?
Who his fiance.
Licked the envelopes.
Yeah. And apparently she just didn't fit in.
Yeah. So they killed her.
Yeah. They kill you left and right.
Wouldn't that be pretty good in real life?
And also, there's a hierarchy to getting killed.
No.
You have a question?
Yeah, let's backtrack there.
Yeah.
He's talking about murdering someone. He's like, wouldn't that be good if you do that in real life? And you just segued on. I'm like, can we just, you want to...
I thought I was
put an
actually just
addendum
thinking.
there,
I thought I was
or-
just thinking that, but I guess
Wouldn't
it
it be
did
cool
blur it
if
out.
you just someone didn't fit in real life and you just kill them?
Kill them, sure.
Pretty
It
sure that's
happens
what we
all the
just said
time.
on the
Don't
show.
you watch 2020 or
Yeah, no,
Dateline?
clearly not.
Yeah.
You know who usually does it?
The husband
The
of the
husband
wife.
or the wife.
Yeah.
Frank, were we right on that one?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Tony Sirico, he sees me. I went on the first season, then not the second season at all, and I come back. So it's been almost a year and a half. He looks at me, takes a cigar in his mouth, he goes, "You must have done something right."
How many seasons were you on altogether? You were on a lot.
I was in 13 episodes, scattered.
But over how many years?
Scattered over 6 seasons.
Yeah.
No.
That's good.
Yeah, scattered. I'm scattered.
But you never eventually got killed. You just you
I'm still
survived
alive
it.
on the show. I'm
Yeah,
still
you
alive.
just went away,
The
right?
remake.
And I'm hearing stories about how they went backwards in Mighty Saints of Newark, the movie that they made.
Yeah.
Now they're talking about going forward.
Oh, really?
What happened since Tony Soprano died?
Right.
And there was a commercial during the Super Bowl where it showed the boy and the girl, the brother and sister, and they're both driving that SUV that he drove, the Escalade.
Oh.
And someone said she's going to be the new boss when they go forward.
Oh, really?
Wow.
And I'm saying
Wow.
Georgie
We got
should
some
come
breaking
back.
news.
Georgie should come back as a drag queen.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Sure.
They go into one of those clubs and they go, "It's Georgie," and I'm like, with a big headdress on. And
But they haven't taken much of your creative consulting as
Not
of
at
now,
all.
so
Not at all.
I might have to let that go. Should we give some updates on the real estate?
Yeah.
And then get back to some
Yeah, yeah.
foolishness?
Sure,
How's
sure.
that?
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah.
So, what are we seeing? This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
Rates
just
not-
started because I asked you how business is.
Yeah.
And
So-
you say it's starting to turn.
It's starting to turn. You know why? It's because people's mentality is starting to figure out, first of all, rates aren't coming down.
No, the Fed. I don't know when this will air, but
Today.
right around now. Oh, we're live, right?
We're live.
Yeah, the Fed is meeting as we speak.
Yep.
And they're not. All indication is the rates aren't going to go. They're
Right.
not going to change anything.
Right.
So it's
Right.
over 5%.
Yeah.
Right. It's 5 and change.
Well, yeah, for interest rates for
Yeah.
mortgages are now in the mid sevens.
Mid sevens.
Yep.
Really?
And they're kind of inching towards 8 as
Eight.
opposed to the other way.
Yeah.
So
And what does that do to business?
not good.
Not good. Because
So-
people hold on because they don't. Because
No, exactly.
like I'm locked in at like 275
yeah,
or
so
something
you're not
like
you're
that.
never
I'm
gonna
not
sell
going anywhere.
Right. So for you to get that same mortgage with another house you bought,
Right.
you're gonna have to get a third of the house.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So that's one big problem. But evidently, but there are people out there who aren't selling but still need to buy a house. So they are starting to come to the realization that
Right.
these are what the rates are going to be for a while, and they just got to learn that
They got to absorb it.
you got to absorb it
Yeah.
and maybe refinance it in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Frank's thinking of buying.
Yeah.
I was going to say we're going to have him as a case study today. So, and they also got to understand prices aren't coming down.
No,
For
they're
some
only going up.
Yeah, for some reason they thought,
well, here.
Here.
I mean, in Ohio, where my family's from, a house, $500,000 house here would be $125, $150 in Cleveland.
really?
No kidding.
Really?
I'm not kidding. Houses are cheap in Ohio, big
So-
time.
Well, yeah, because you're in fucking Ohio.
That's right. Exactly.
Who wants to live in
Thank you
Ohio?
for that economic analysis.
Who wants to live in Ohio?
I'm not kidding, man.
know.
There's people that go around buying up houses,
Yeah.
4 or 5 at a time, for
Yeah.
$500,000. They buy 3 houses.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
real.
doing that in New York, but for big price tag.
Big, yeah.
Yeah.
They think it's really going to come back. So,
You know, in my neighborhood, I live in a very historic neighborhood.
Yeah.
Bunker Hills, right, the monuments right at the
A lot of stuff
So,
happening in
yeah,
this
so I
area.
get a lot of tourists and stuff, and I'll be out smoking a cigar and watering my flowers or whatever, and I'll chat with people. I'll chat with anybody.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
people always go, I go, where you from? They go, Ohio. I go, why? You know, and I was going, this is such a beautiful neighborhood. I go, yeah, because you're from Ohio. This is what we call a hill.
The mistake by the lake. The place where the river caught fire. Did you ever hear that story?
Oh, yeah.
That's a real story
Yeah,
where
yeah.
Mayor Ralph Stokes was standing there being interviewed, and a piece of wood went by floating on fire.
Really?
And the camera went like this and followed the fire.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of the
Swear to
mayor.
God.
Well, wasn't somewhere a whole river caught on fire?
That's where it was.
Was it
in
there?
Cleveland. Yeah. There was so much oil.
Yeah.
It was the beginning of cleaning up all the bays and
Well,
harbors
that's a
and
good
all
way
the
to
country.
get rid of oil. Is to
Earth
set it
Day
on
was
fire.
started in Ohio.
Okay.
Earth Day.
Now you're going back there. You said in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But no jobs at all. Just to visit.
No, I just go back to visit my family.
Well, you never would move out there, right?
I might get a place. I
Really?
want a place in both, so I can go back and forth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Frank was asking if there's anything around here now because he hasn't looked at prices in 10 years.
Right.
What were you shooting for a condo?
It's like a $55,000 one unit. They're real. They really are. I see them. I'm telling you.
Here?
Yeah. Absolutely, but it's in a unit.
Tony, can you help
it's a
here?
small, like a studio. Looks like it's a studio apartment
Yeah.
that they're selling as a condo.
Oh, okay.
And it's
Probably
$55,000.
$55,000.
Absolutely, and they say
You
it's
can't
sold.
buy a car for $55,000.
You have to understand, it's a building with 4 units, like your place.
Right.
And one of the units is $55K, but it's like living in a trailer.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
tiny.
Yeah.
It's not a normal
Well,
apartment.
what else do you need?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right.
Do you have anything
what I'm
in your
saying.
house you could sell Frank for $55,000?
Hey, you can have my whole upstairs. I don't go up there anymore. My knees are killing me.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Did you rent it out or what?
No, I mean, it's my unit. I mean, we have 2 floors, but, you know, that's where our bedrooms are.
Yeah.
And the kids aren't there, so my wife and I live basically on 1 floor. I
Yeah.
mean, I go up because the washer dryer's up there or whatever.
Right.
TV.
You still
and
renting
stuff.
out the first floor?
I got the
mean-
first and the third are rented. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So Frank, what are we going to do to get you in a house here or a condo?
I don't know. All I know is I told you the weekends, I think Sunday Herald on the back would have every
Tony, can you
single
help him
unit
out?
sold in the, not in,
You know, there's a thing called the internet.
Yeah, but no, this is real. And it shows you from the least amount to the most.
Yeah, but tell them the last time you've checked though.
10 years ago.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's changed.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
But
I don't
those
even know
units
if
are still there. Maybe they're 80,000
I don't even
now,
know if
but
the Herald
100,000.
is still a paper.
It's a magazine.
That's what threw me off when you said, I've been looking at the Herald.
Herald.
I said, Herald.
I'm telling you,
That's around anymore.
I used to get it on Sundays and go, oh my God, look at this
yeah.
place. $55,000 sold to, and it tells you who it was, who sold it.
They
the
don't
number.
even advertise much in the papers anymore because
No.
it's all
It's all
online.
online.
Everything's
Sure,
online now.
sure. Well, that's the problem. Jeez. Right? I got my phone. I don't even own a computer. I never owned
Well,
a
the
computer.
phone, you can get alerts on your phone when
Yeah,
something's
yeah,
selling
sure.
in your area.
You know what I'm going to do? I just had this brilliant idea.
Go ahead.
I'm going to get an OnlyFans page for houses, like house porn.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Just show a gorgeous house and just sit there going, oh, look at that house.
I wish
Look
I
at the
could have
kitchen.
that house.
Oh, look at that kitchen. Oh, what I could do with those granite tops.
I wonder what its feet look like.
Sanding.
Oh, that's a good idea, Chrissy. Then I'll just put my feet in it.
Yeah.
If what?
I
Maybe
just
put
put
your
my
feet in
feet in
there.
the shot. Because people love feet, apparently. There's freaks
This is
out
what
there.
I hear about
So you
OnlyFans.
guys have thought this out a little
Yeah.
bit, huh?
No, I hadn't actually. I was spitballing there. But that's a good idea.
So we could change the name of the show to Real Estate House Porn.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
That's a great
I like
idea.
that. I
I'm
like
in.
that.
Yeah. Oh, what I could wash in that tub.
Look at these hallways.
Kathy's going to be so happy we changed the whole theme of the show when she's one show off.
Yeah,
It's-
why isn't she here?
Yeah, I know. You think she'd go for
Very
the Real Estate House
disappointed.
Porn? or
Very-
not?
Yeah, I think, 3 years ago I would have said no.
I know.
Today I would have gone, yeah, she'll be with
I know.
us. Yeah.
I know. I was writing something one day where I think the two of you and Kathy's personalities are starting to mesh. Remember, you were the comedian over there.
Yeah. It says right in the intro, comedian Tony V.
Yeah. And she was the legal
Yeah,
expert.
she tried to keep us on track.
Yeah.
And it
How's
just-
that been happening lately?
Not well. She's,
Yeah. So I think you're turning into the real estate expert.
Yeah, I know things. I keep my ear to the ground.
All right.
So, is it true you can buy a place
For
for
55,000.
1% down.
Yes.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true.
As long as you can back it up with your monthly payments.
Yeah, you have to look good
You
on
have
paper.
to look good on paper.
Yeah, you have to have a.
Is there a Sally Mae and a Manny Fack and Fannie Mae?
a manufacturer. There is a manufacturer.
There are, but there's no one to speak to. It's just numbers you punch
yeah.
in.
Oh, it's
and they
really
tell you-
not a Sally
No, it's
Mae.
AI.
You don't
Yeah.
talk to anybody.
You don't
You
call
No,
just-
there's
Sally
not
up.
a woman named
punch your-
Sally.
Yeah, Mrs.
waiting
May's
for
not
your
going to
call.
answer.
but you
Right.
punch your numbers in and they say yes or no.
Hello, Frank. This is Mrs. May.
Listen,
How can
Sally.
I help you?
Fanny
Listen.
Pack.
Listen, Sally.
It's Sally Mae.
I'm thinking about buying a house for 1% down. Hold on, let me check with my husband.
Okay, so you really can.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Is
there's
that a
ways
new
to do
thing,
that.
or has
No,
that been
no,
going
no.
on?
It's been going on for a long time.
Long
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we go back to the days when they were you could borrow 120% of the value
yeah.
of the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Lenny never
that's-
told you that story, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did hear that
yeah,
story.
yeah,
I
yeah.
heard that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, negative amortization.
Negative amortization.
Every time Lenny's on,
Yep.
we try not to, but yeah, it's etched in
Not
his
to
memory.
be confused with the Amityville Horror.
Oh,
which is a
no,
whole
actually,
nother
it is
thing.
pretty
It's
close.
pretty close, yeah, I guess.
So you know the deal on that. So we won't. I guess
You
we can
just
mention
did.
Lenny. I know. So someone can go in and buy 100% of the value of the property, but now, or actually in that time frame, you could actually borrow more because in
you
Lenny's
could
case,
borrow your down payment, basically.
yeah, they were throwing in money for his furniture, so he owed 103% on the house, right? But actually, they are coming back to some of those programs
Right.
now. Yeah.
Right, but the thing there was you always thought it would appreciate.
Exactly.
Right, that it would get
Exactly.
above that
No,
number.
you hit it right on the head.
Right, but then if things explode
Exactly.
like they did in
2006,
2006 or
right,
7,
that's
whatever.
exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened, and it all.
Yeah, because everyone's
it's
buying
a Ponzi scheme.
it. It really is.
It's a Ponzi scheme.
Right. It would have worked fine if
Yeah.
everything kept going up.
Right.
But yeah, so then when one bank hit the fan, then everything.
Yeah, everything. Then
was
everyone
going
went,
down.
oh yeah, we've been doing that too.
Whoops.
We thought it was just us. No, we were doing that.
The house
as
of
well.
cards.
Yeah.
So, are you thinking of trying to get something with no money down, or
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really pushed in a long time. I was really about 5 years ago. I was really looking, and then I thought, you know what? It's so easy just to rent.
yeah.
Place I live, the roof caved in and the basement flooded and everything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people that own the building are all pissed off because they got to put down chunks of money.
Of course, I go through that, because I rent. Everyone's problem is mine.
Right.
you know.
Sure.
Are you happy you're a landlord?
No, I hate it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, what are you going to do?
Yeah. I mean, you can't get away from
No,
it now.
no.
We used to be a landlord commercial-wise, which I thought was going to be okay but then you get people calling if the light bulb's out and
Oh, yeah, I was up on a ladder and my tenants putting light bulbs,
Yeah.
because the high ceiling.
'cause they're so-
I have a ladder.
they're so reliant on just renting and
Right.
giving a check every month.
Right.
Am I right about that?
Right.
You can just call your landlord and say,
Yeah.
"Geez,
Yeah, it's
my
not your
bulb's out."
problem. Yeah.
I know. So, all right. So you now it sounds like you're vacillating a little bit. You might want to
Yeah.
stay with the renting.
Yeah.
Did we throw you off? What did we throw you off? Because there's no more $55,000 condo.
Wait
you
a
couldn't
minute.
get Tony V's stoop for
It
$55,000.
was in the Herald 10 years ago.
Tony, help him out here. I don't know how to jump in on this one.
I used to see them all the time, and I even actually talked to a real estate woman in Waltham, Glenna Gelino, who's a friend of mine. I called her up, and I said,
When? 10 years ago?
10 years ago.
10 years ago. Right.
And she
Lots
said, yeah,
going
they're
on.
here,
Yeah,
they're here.
right.
I think I actually went to look at one
Yeah.
in like someplace. I forget where that was.
I just think the prices have gone up a little bit since then.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so it's $100,000.
Yeah.
Which is still doable.
You should look for a house in the Weekly World News. You can get an igloo for like $20.
I'm thinking about going trailer.
Even that's, are you kidding me? Even
14.5, 15,000.
Yeah, sure.
You got your own living room.
You don't like your view, you move. That's all. That's all.
Start it up and
Yeah,
drive down the road.
No. It's stabilized in one movement. It doesn't move. It's up on kind of blocks.
So the Cleveland is really around 125.
I swear to God. Look it up. It's
I believe
insane. There's houses for $150,000. A full-blown, big-ass, 4-bedroom house with a huge backyard and everything. It's in North Ridgeville, Ohio. Beautiful. Just like any other place.
Well, it's just, unfortunately, it's supply and demand. Around here we have all the tech industry.
Absolutely. Where I live in Waltham, houses have exploded.
Right.
Yeah.
The place across the street from us, $790,000.
Right.
For a postage stamp.
Right.
Front
Right.
yard and no
Right.
backyard.
Right.
And very little
Right.
basement. And
Right. Right.
Nothing. $790,000.
Oh, I had a client sell a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, almost $1 million.
Where?
Arlington.
Yeah.
It was right near Route 2.
Yeah. Easy on,
And
easy off.
you could see it. It's the easiest thing in the world. You jump right on.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, my neighborhood's insane.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
I know we kid because when we started this, about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Make me an offer.
Yeah.
Was
It was $2
like-
million then. Now it's $4 million.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Yeah.
You've been doing this show for 5 years?
I think.
Probably, yeah.
And with the radio longer than that.
Yeah.
How did I not know about it?
Well, we try to keep you out of this.
Somehow word leaked, and here you are.
You're here reluctantly.
Cutting me down
Well, you know
constantly.
what we were worried about? We didn't want to get you on because of your hair.
I know. It's messing my hair up. The best thing about this is I look like a helicopter pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look. you didn't know I get sound effects too.
I know.
Did you see that? You go, I know.
I know.
So you were about to tell me.
Ask him, wait. Ask him to do a car stuck in the snow.
Go ahead.
And this is where we lose Chrissy.
No, I'm all in. I see why you are constantly booked. Like you are.
I was surprised we got him for today.
You couldn't get me to one of
Multi-talented.
your comedy shows. I am so booked just because of my
Yeah.
sound effects.
What about the old football guy?
The old football
The
guy.
guy who used to do the football tapes.
Oh, John Facenda.
Yeah.
He was born Earl Christian Campbell in a small town called Tyler, Texas. In Super Bowl 12, the Miami Dolphins had one mission: find Larry Brown and punish him.
Brilliant. Beautiful. Chrissy, are you familiar with a show called Gilligan's Island?
I am very much so.
Yeah,
What are
the
we getting
skipper.
there?
You do. Go ahead. You got a
Let's go.
skipper?
All right.
You got to do a skipper.
I don't know how I do this. I reach down and it's right there every time. Gilligan, little buddy. When I broke my ankle, they did a benefit. Were you at the benefit? You weren't, were you? Okay.
I don't
I'll
know.
remember that. But anyway, he did a benefit, and these guys all did my act.
You
Him and Artie were doing my act.
back now,
Oh,
right?
my God. He
So
and
they
Artie
all
were-
did your own act?
Oh, it was hysterical. They were doing my entire act.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you have that at?
At Giggles.
I might have been there.
I think you were there.
I was
Yeah,
there.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
you were
sure.
there.
I was there.
I'll be there this weekend
You are?
at Giggles Comedy.
Really?
Route 1 southbound.
Where's that?
Route 1 southbound Saugus.
All right.
Not to be
The
confused.
Leaning
with
Tower
northbound.
Pizza Joint.
Yeah.
Oh, is that where it is?
Yeah.
I go there more than my living room.
Yep.
So who you performing with?
Artie Januario, the aforementioned.
Artie? Do
And,
you have anything you want to comment on Artie? Because I'm sure
Very
he's
funny man off stage.
And then I believe Saturday we will be joined by one Leonard Clark.
Leonard Clark. I think I've heard
Coked up
of him.
out of his mind. Lenny has the energy of a 12-year-old.
Yeah,
he
he
truly
really
does.
does.
You see him and he's like, hey. It's
But he does do his nap in the afternoon.
Oh, that's why.
He
There you
like
go.
recharges everything.
He goes to the Super Bowl with Mike. And they're at the Super Bowl. He goes, do you think I could get a nap in?
Oh, yeah.
He goes, we're at the Super Bowl. The Louisiana Superdome.
So when's that? Friday and Saturday?
Friday and Saturday night.
And where is this
Yeah.
again? Giggles and
Giggles,
there's
Route 1 southbound.
Southbound.
Yeah. in Saugus, Massachusetts.
Doesn't Lenny's
Home of Prince
Lenny's
Pizza.
brother Mike Clark,
Mike Clark.
is involved in that
Great
one.
human being.
Great human being. Great human being.
Coked up out of his mind.
Now, there's a guy who
Yeah.
buys and sells houses
Like a gypsy.
Like we buy gum.
Oh,
I was out with him the other day. I said, Mike, in all seriousness, I don't even put your file away. And
Yeah.
this is true. I leave it right on my desk because I
Right.
know you're going to be selling it in a few months.
Yeah, yeah.
So that way,
He just bought a house and now he's selling it again.
he's selling it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or he had it built. Am I right?
No. He had one, sold it, and moved back to the original complex
Yeah,
that
yeah.
he was in 5 years ago.
I think you're both right. Yeah, because he went to Middleton.
He built a house there.
Yeah, a townhouse.
Yeah.
And then you're right. So now he's selling that one and back
Back
to the original.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he liked the unit
Yeah,
better.
And you know why?
Yeah.
Cocaine.
Yeah. I think it's his ADD.
He does have some ADD.
Yeah.
Not that we all should.
I do.
I know. We all. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we're all there. So
Yeah.
I know. So no.
But a fine human being?
fine human being. Yep. So Friday and Saturday, both nights you're at Giggles.
Yes.
All right. So we have to
I
come
mean,
down.
unless
I'm
you
at
know something-
Sputchies.
Unless you know something I don't.
Unless you've read the script.
Yes.
I'm at Sputchies in Machias, Maine. Stop in. It's okay. It's only 11 hours from here. when you're in Machias, Maine, do you know this place? You're the most eastern person in the United States.
Yeah.
Really?
There's a place to stand, like a little rock out in
Really?
the water there, and you're the easternmost person in the
You
country.
see the sunrise
Wow.
first.
Right.
Wow.
The college there, Machias
Yeah.
College.
Where's the one in Cleveland you go to?
Cleveland State?
No. It's
Buckeyes, Ohio
it's a
State.
No,
comedy.
you can buy Cleveland State for $65,000.
It was in the Herald.
It was in the Herald.
The whole state.
Hey, the best heart hospital in the world.
Is it Cleveland?
Cleveland Clinic.
I'm not going to Cleveland.
Best heart hospital in the world.
So we're gonna fly from Boston to
Robin Williams,
Cleveland?
the Shah of Iran, all these
Really?
famous people go there, to get their hearts fixed.
Right.
Absolutely. It's the best heart hospital
Well,
in the world.
because they used to all they eat is meat out there, so they're used to clogged arteries. They got a Roto-Rooter guy out there. Just ream you right out. You're all set.
What's the name of that? The guy, the comedy place in Cleveland you go to. It's like.
Oh, I know. It's called Pickwick and Frolic.
Nope. No, it'll come to me. It's named like a cupcake type of thing, or I don't know. Never mind. I'm just curious. So maybe we can buy you something out there for $55,000.
Sure.
When you're having a heart attack, you'll have a.
Sure, and then make sure you check out my OnlyFans page for houses.
Kathy's going to be so impressed. We've changed the whole theme to the show. All right, you said you were going to tell me about a couple best times you've had with Tony at a certain.
Oh,
event.
Tony Soprano.
No, this Tony.
Oh, comedy clubs.
Yeah.
I mean,
You've gone back a
We
couple
have
years with each other,
We
right?
got stories, man.
Well, Tony used to have hair down to here and a beard,
Yeah.
and we'd go into the club.
Did you?
Yeah.
And start
Beard
walking
too?
in the door,
Yeah.
and the guy would go, "It's $15." And Tony would go, "I'm one of the comedians." The guy goes, "Yeah, right. It's $15."
I got hired one time in New York. I was living in New York at the time, and it was like an afternoon show for like older people. You know, they bust them into this theater, whatever. And I show up to the gig, and I go, "Hi," and the woman goes, "Can I help you?" I go, "Yeah, I'm the comedian." She goes, "You're the comedian?" I go, "Yes." She goes, "You look like the wild man of Borneo." And I did. I go, "Yeah, be that as it may, I'm the comedian." Yeah.
How long you guys gone back with each other?
85, I moved here.
Really?
Yeah.
85.
From Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Frank
Tony-
came in from Cleveland. I used to host the open mic night at the Comedy Connection when it was on Warrenton Street.
Okay.
And Frank was friends with a buddy of mine, Phil Van T.
Yep.
And he came in just to check out the scene or whatever. And they're standing in the back of the room. And Phil goes, "This is my friend Frank. He's from Cleveland, blah, blah, blah." And I go, "Oh, great. You're a comedian?" And he goes, "Yes." I go, "You're on next."
Really?
And Phil told me, "You're never going to get up. You're never going to get up. There's so many comedians that want to go up."
Would you like him or something?
Yeah, we just.
He just went,
I think he had his Hawaiian shirt on. He was wearing sunglasses at night. I go, "I got to hear
And I
it."
go up there like this, and I go, "I know you." I'm singing. Brian Kiley told me like 2 years later, he goes, "We hated you." He goes, you were singing.
Singing.
After
Yeah.
Crimmins.
Yeah.
After Crimmins.
Yeah,
Oh.
do it. Yeah.
Remember Crimmins with the map?
Yeah.
He would have put a map up and he'd go, okay, this is this map of the world. And as you can see, the United States is in the middle of the map. You know why? We make the maps. But yeah, I was going up after some powerful comedians and I'm
Yeah.
singing. With sunglasses on.
Did you invite him back?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We became really close friends right
Oh, sure.
Right
But
out the gate.
one of the funniest things was Kristen was working the door one
Yeah,
night,
my
Monday
wife.
nights
Yeah.
for,
Yeah,
for years.
my wife.
Yeah.
And it was raining, it was cold, it was miserable, it was like October. And some guy comes in out of the rainstorm at 10:45 and he walks over to Kristen and me. I'm chatting with Kristen and he goes, what time's the second show?
Monday night.
Monday night. What time's the second show?
Lenny and all those guys were there for this.
Oh, yeah, everybody was there that
I mean,
day.
that's-
Sweeney
Yeah,
and-
yeah. I mean, that was a show routinely.
Oh, my God,
It would
your show was packed.
Yeah, it would be Lenny, Sweeney, Gav,
Steve Wright.
Stephen Wright.
Sure, sure.
Barry Crimmins.
Yep.
And, sort of other. Bill Campbell was huge at the time.
Yeah.
So, and there, it was like a showcase night.
Yeah.
And people
Tingle,
come in-
Jimmy Tingle?
Jimmy Tingle come in and play the harmonica.
Absolutely.
Was he?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yep.
And then one time Tony goes, listen, in the middle of my set, just yell something out. I go, what? He goes, just yell out. I go, okay. So I'm in the back of the room. I go, this should have been my show. You stole this show from me. He goes, why don't you shut up, you Jethro-looking mother. And then people looked at me. I looked like Jethro at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
I looked just like
Jethro.
Jethro. I had the same height, the same hair. And everyone turned around and said, it's Jethro.
So what was your point of making Frank? Yeah, just
To get the Jethro line out.
Yeah, all right.
That's all.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're
There was
ready
no
for it.
yeah.
All right.
No other reason. That I knew I wouldn't. I knew he was going to move. 40 years later to a $55,000 house.
Because he read the Herald
Because he read
in the 80s.
Herald.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. I wonder if we should wrap it up on that
I
one.
think we should wrap it up permanently.
All
That's
right.
our last show. Thank
We
you.
went over our time.
We went over our time. Who would have thought that was going to happen? Well, we really appreciate you, Frank, coming
Thanks, man.
on.
Thanks, man.
On our real estate house pawn.
Always fun. Yes, and check out my OnlyFans page. Houses and feet.
Houses of porn. House of porn.
Houses and feet.
Porn house.
Porn house. The real estate porn house party.
Oh, the creative juices are flowing now.
I love
Wait
it.
till next week. We'll have this all under control. Thanks for joining us here. See you this next week.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.